Here I'm going to do a little tactical comment on a couple of these interceptions. This happens to be with a Phantom, and one of the things that we all know Phantom drivers are going to do is do circles around and around and around. And that can be a problem if you're in a Mig-21, because the Mig-21 doesn't turn as tight as the Phantom, which is why they do this. Now, there are advantages to being in this circle with the Phantom, because if the friendlies come in or third parties come in to try to shoot you, they can't get a missile on you either. One of the things you'll notice that I'm going to do here, since I know his track, I'm going to get ahead of his track, because I know he's just doing circles. So I'm going to put him up here in my window, try to get him all the way up to my B pillar, so that way I can beat him in the circle. Even though I can't turn as tight, I know where he's going to be, so I can use that to my advantage. Here I dip my wing,
so close,
which of course messed me up. That would have allowed me to get a missile off if I wouldn't have dipped that wing. So I'm gonna have to start over here. So we get back on this track. I gotta hurry this up. I just gotta kind of reset. Using a little bit of flaps when needed, a little extra boost in the afterburner when needed, another little wing dip. You got to be careful with that. Use your rudder when that wing dips a little bit, and then that'll get you back under control. So what you're doing here, he's getting ahead of me, so what I'm going to do is just roll up over in a little scissor to get around behind him. But one thing he does here is, no, not this time. Yep, no, there he goes. He tried to cut back in on me, which is fine, because I kind of lost view of him, but I knew about where he was, so I was good. Now we're going to reset. You've got more fuel than the Phantom, so excuse me. So you can just sit here and do roundies all day with him, unless he's got a buddy coming. Here I start noticing that he does have a buddy coming, so I'm going to start picking the pace up, getting a little bit more aggressive with getting on his track. If I could have held that lock, that would have been a perfect missile launch. Here, see, it's just too far behind. And then by here, this one is just, I'm too far away.
Try that. No, nice.
But I knew I needed to round this up because of the fact that we got another Phantom coming in quick, so I had to do something. So I'm just waiting for him to mess up, and he went for the base, which is where he messed up. So there we go. And then I kick out. This is another guy I chased to their base.
Oh, well.
But then I see an A10 coming, so I figure, hey,
yeah,
I'll take the free head on. I just didn't have enough ammo.
Oh.
Here, I'm sneaking up on an A10. Unfortunately, this guy was really watching his EWR, so that's the thing about A10s. They turn so sharp. I mean, you just have to catch them in an attack. Is about the only way. You try to dogfight them in anything that's not super agile, and you're just going to lose. So usually I'll try to lure them into head-ons like this, or I'll try to zip through and get a missile off and keep going and come back later when they're distracted in an attack. And in that one, it looks like I got a wing. So there he goes.
Well, some people like head-ons.
So this one, I'm looking all over. I'm getting really close. I'm looking for him. It's another Phantom, so I'm worried about him coming right at me. But it's down to 8K, so I know we're right on top of each other, so I might as well start turning. So I bank left here, start looking for him. I look back. Oh, and there he is. Now the chase is on. I'm gonna roll over, a little scissor roll. A little emergency afterburner. And now we know what his track's gonna be, so we're just gonna start getting ahead of that track. There he goes. He's down to my B pillar. This is great. Now I'm hoping he'll go into a scissors with me, but he's too smart for that, because that's a heavy plane, and with a Mig-21 I can definitely shed more speed much faster. I really should have got ahead of him more on the track here, but I was kind of hoping he would try to do something else, but nope, he's going to go back to the good old roundy. There's no other planes in the area, so I know I got time. So I'm trying to just get that quick pop. And that one was just a second too late. So we're going to get back on the track again. And this time I'm going to get that quick lock. And he's just a little bit too late to get away from it. And that's what you do with Phantoms. Nice. You just keep them on that track and keep ahead of them. All right, guys.